The housing market be too big to save? Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the show. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, let me politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these very, very crazy times. Also hear from our good friends at Noble Gold, great company doing great things. More about them later. But the realities are this, my friends. We have, in fact, you're living through history, and I know a lot of you know this. And it's shocking to me as somebody who lived through 2008, even suffered a little of the blowback. Nothing like I'm seeing already in this bubble, though. I mean, this one's really alarming. I always said since the beginning of the show to the people that told me that this time was different, I said, you're right, this time is different. It's worse. Bigger bubble, bigger blowback. But the realities, this is scary stuff. The realities are this, friends. Up until this real estate bubble was produced, we'll just say produced, not artificially manufactured due to stimulus measures, stimulus programs, making real estate agents essential workers in a health crisis. Without saying that, before this bubble, 2008 was in fact our biggest bubble. And it had a lot of eerie similarities as this one. Overnight appreciation, never seen before highs. But unfortunately, this one exceeded it. So it really shocks me when I see somebody say this time is different. I'm like, my gosh, this is almost the mirror image of the last bubble. Unfortunately, there's some more data points that are showing more danger. So anybody that's got their head in the sand, which is a lot of people out there, because unless you've lived through a boom and a bust and maybe even suffered a little blowback, you have no idea. You have zero idea what's going on. You have your head in the sand. You're out there just doing your thing, completely unaware of what's potentially right around the corner. But the reality is this, friends, if we look back at 2008, it was too big to save. We tried it. We tried to save that bubble, friends. We bailed out the banking industry. Hey, everybody, quick break from the show. I would never suggest anybody do anything that I'm not doing or willing to do myself. I own gold, and I believe you should as well. Let's hear why. The U.S. dollar has lost 85% of its value since the 70s when the dollar decoupled from gold, and the government seems bent on continuing the tradition. From now until the next election, the government can print as much money as they want. The last time they did that, inflation went up 9%. Gold is the one asset that's proven to withstand inflation. Invest in gold with Noble Gold Investments. You'll also get a 24-karat quarter-ounce gold standard coin for free. Hurry and go to noblegoldinvestments.com or visit the link in the description of this video or pinned comments. A big thank you to channel partner Noble Gold. Always be careful when investing. There's going to be risk. Now, let's get back to today's video. We did loan modification programs. If you were in trouble on your mortgage, you could adjust your payment into a lower one and put the balance on the back end of the loan so you would make it more manageable for you to carry, make your monthly payment. People were running on fumes. There's nothing worse in life than being house poor. It's not worth home ownership for me. I mean, your peace of mind. I would rather be a renter for life and have some freedom and some financial stability than be house poor. So a lot of people that bought in the height of this bubble are, in fact, as we speak, one by one, as we speak, another one just went house poor. Why, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you, because they can't keep up with their costs to carry the home, and because they didn't check to see what the home's actual value was, not its price, what somebody would be willing to rent it for. Their payment's bigger than its rent range. So they're handcuffed twice now. It's not worth what they paid, and they can't rent it, and their income's being reduced, or inflation is reducing it for them. So this is just a ticking time bomb, really, if we're really being quite honest, which was always the goal of this channel. That's what's going on. So in the last 2008 bubble, we did big bailout for this thing. It was in leading up into the pop of 2008. I don't know if you ever saw the movie The Big Short. I've mentioned it before. Great movie if you want to understand more of what we're going through now, and more specifically what happened in 2008. The narrative in the industry, similar to the talking heads we see today that are saying mild recession, that's nothing to see here. They said that in the 2008 era. In fact, when it came specifically to the real estate market, they said, oh no, real estate's the biggest asset class in the world. All that foreign investors, Wall Street investors in the markets, it's too big to fail. It's just too big to fail. it failed in spectacular fashion. It was the biggest housing crash on record. So this one has my full and undivided attention, pretty much because of 2008 and what I saw and even suffered a little. Now, I don't regret going through 2008 and suffering that blowback now, but I certainly don't want to go back and repeat the same thing over, expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. So if I was here drinking the Kool-Aid like most people in my industry, telling you, oh, you know what, just date the rate. Marry the house. Marry that. That'll be the answer. Or, let's do a rate buy down. Or, can you go ahead and access extra funds so we can get you into that bidding war? Right now is a good time to buy. I don't really think that would be putting your needs before my own. That's just somebody, it's a commission-based salesperson that has to sell for out of self-preservation because they based their own cost of living, got into the new Tesla, the new house, the new solar, the new this, the new that, finance this, vacations that. They thought they needed this time to be different. It's not. We're already seeing them drop out in droves. Loan applications are a historic low. People are out. They're out. They're got their popcorn watching from the sidelines. Now it becomes safety. Which markets provide some safety in a bubble? In the last crash, not all areas crashed. Not all areas crashed. And then in this bubble, all areas will crash. I think everybody gets hit, but I don't know. Some areas will be slightly insulated. It's all cost to carry versus the property's rent range. If that's still intact and they're within the national median home price average price ranges, those areas will be a little insulated. Places like I'm sitting today, an episode of $1 Million Listing, where there's a lot of wealth, it's a touristy area, they might be slightly recession insulated, but they're not going to be recession proof. We're already seeing for lease signs pop up on every other corner, if not street or store on the block. It's clearly on. It's clearly time to brace for impact. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history isn't going to sustain itself. They've never sustained themselves. This one won't sustain itself. It's not sustaining itself now. And now becomes what level of a downturn is coming. Many experts are telling you a mild recession. Others might say, hey, this is it. We're in the correction phase. A correction is all we're going to see. Some are saying recession. Others are saying granddaddy of them all, the 100-year cycle of depressions is knocking at the door. You get to decide which one is coming. My job is to hopefully prepare us. I always say, I'd rather be prepared for something and have it not happen than have something happen and not be prepared. Insulate yourself. Protect yourself. Don't go all in on any markets. As much as I love real estate, even real estate, I'm going to continue to ring the bell, sound and blow the lid off this thing every step of the way when necessary, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience as always. Thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.